What's good, everybody? Welcome to Live for No Reason. It's your boy Mess Hall. We gonna go around the room and everyone gonna say hi. Hope everybody's having a great day. Happy Good Friday, everyone. Happy Easter. How's everybody doing? Chris, what's up, man?
Hey man, I'm fair right now, but not too hot today, man. But other than that, everything good. My other half is running around here, grocery shopping, getting ready for the Easter Sunday. You know how that go, and
Oh yeah.
little getting stuff out the way like that, man. But other than that, man, I'm here. I'm here with y'all. Happy Good Friday to y'all. Um, Fair for a square with a whole lot of polish, man. But I've been. She went to the post office today. Been having a few good week. This week been okay. I think about 5 or 6 items a day, and top dollar items that we had for a while. Some action figures, couple action figures. One of them is the Buffalo that we have together. Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman jumped off for me. So, uh, and other than that, man, just trying to feel better, man. That's all. Trying to feel better.
Well, we all hope you feel better, man. I know you're trying to power through the show tonight. Appreciate the love. Appreciate you trying to get through it. So everybody in chat, wish Chris well. He's a little bit under the weather, but he's still riding for y'all tonight on Friday. That's what I'm talking about. He's riding for y'all.
Yes, sir.
Buff, what's up? How you doing? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Want to say hello to everyone. Hey, man, I'm just trying to catch up, man. I want to
I
say
got
hello
you.
to everyone in the chat. Thank you all for coming out. Um, my schedule been all jacked up today. I just actually walked in the house about 5 minutes ago. So yeah, I'm looking forward to talking a little bit about the conventions and showing you all some of the items that I picked up.
Right.
And yeah, let's get to it.
How
All right,
everybody doing?
middleman.
How
Middleman.
everybody doing? Good. You good?
Go ahead.
Oh,
Go
how
ahead.
everybody doing? I'm the middleman picker. Everything's been good this week. Seemed like the marketplaces are picking up. I see Amazon is implementing more rules. We'll talk about that another day, I guess. And just happy to be here. See everybody out.
All right. So today's show, we're gonna jump right into it because I can't wait. I want to hear all about this thing. So we're talking about taking trips, right? So we taking a trip down to this convention that was going on in Florida. Uh, Buffalo Picker and the middleman happened to bump into each other down there. If you didn't see the Instagram post, so first thing I noticed was how handsome you gentlemen looked in the picture. I'll point that out first. A couple handsome gentlemen, first of all. But the second thing I noticed was all the food trucks in the background of the photo you all took. And I was like, see, that's what I'm talking about. Why aren't there more food trucks at these things, man? They did it right down there. So uh I want to go ahead and let's kick this thing off, man. We'll go to Buffalo Picker, get his take on the convention, give us the name, location, all that good stuff. And if you want to do a show and tell while we're at it, go ahead, and then we'll move on to middleman. We'll do some closing arguments, and then we'll go from there. Sound good?
Yep. So the convention that Mess Hall is mentioning is called MegaCon. They have it once a year down in Orlando, Florida. That's where a lot of the comic book heads and toy heads come together and have this big thing they call MegaCon. We had myself and Middleman had planned to meet up at this trip. Probably 3 or 4 weeks in the making, just trying to make sure that we are on the right schedule to show up and meet up. And like anything, Murphy Law, gonna kick in. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. So we were supposed to actually meet up and go into the facility together, and end up they got there. Didn't want them to wait around, and they went in, and then we kind of met up inside of the facility. And I'm going to show that once I finished piecing this video together. Did take quite a bit of footage down there, and man, it was just people everywhere. And I tend to not go to these shows on Saturdays. And one of the main reasons is because I go there to make purchases. I don't go there for the festivities. Even though I do like seeing some of the folks in the different costumes and meeting new vendors and seeing just some of the things that they bring to those shows. But I'm really not there for all that. I'm there to find vendors, make a deal, for the future or present, and that's it. Just try to find more people I can buy toys from. And middleman and myself, we went around, we met a few people, but for the most part, people are not coming down on prices with that many people attending the event on a Saturday. So it was a lesson learned. So we'll know the next time that we go, we will be there on the last day so we can get more deals. Not saying we didn't get no deals. And I'm going to show you some of the items that I picked up. And by the way, I went to 2 toy shows, which we didn't do a show that week. I went to Toylanta, and I brought a couple of those items, just a few of the what I consider like the big pieces that I picked up. And I'm going to show the ones from MegaCon. So,
Hey, hold on. Can I interrupt you for a second?
yeah, go ahead.
So give me the layout of this place. Like, how big was this event? Was it bigger than the HorrorCon we went to? Like, estimated how many booths and people? Like, how huge is this thing?
Yeah, so you could take the HorrorCon and put it in that place probably 20 times.
Woo!
It was huge, man. Just imagine a big Amazon warehouse. That's how big it was. That place was huge. I mean, they had upstairs, downstairs. Yeah, I mean, the downstairs alone, you could take the HorrorCon and put it in there 20, 25 times. It was just that huge. We didn't even get to see the whole place. It was just huge, man. I mean, I did put a lot of mileage on these shoes, but it was huge, man. My son and middleman wife came, and we had to find them a spot to chill out because it was just too much walking. And if you don't have that same drive to go and find the type things that we was looking for, you'll get wore out quick, and we didn't want them to go through that. So we found them a spot, but it had to be, I would say, not to exaggerate, it had to be about 6,000 plus people there. It was packed, man. I mean, it was people everywhere, But yeah, that's pretty much. They used the upstairs to do a lot of photos for everybody that was dressed out in their different types of costumes. They had an eatery upstairs. They had a couple eateries downstairs. They had an area for if you want to take photos with some of the stars from different shows. They had a display area where they had the Batman car and several other things that we didn't even get to go over there to see. I just saw that from a distance of people taking photos with the old Batman car. They had a section for all toys. They had a section for comics. If you want to, even if you had a comic that you wanted to get graded, you could get it graded there by CGC. Wow. Was in the house. So they had, I mean, they even had people there getting tattoos, man.
Yep, and they had a concert there, stage for the concert.
Right. They had people doing whatnot, live whatnot at that particular place as well. So it was a lot going on, man, and you will have to be there. When they say that you need a 2-day ticket, you really need a 2-day ticket to pretty much see everything they had and enjoy the festivities. And like I said earlier, I wasn't there for all of that. If I see it, I see it. But my main goal was to get there, meet some vendors, try to establish network, and then, maybe make some purchases. But for the most part, most of the toy vendors wasn't trying to do deals on Saturday. It was just too many people moving around, too much money. and they wasn't trying to budge on their prices. You know, I did find one vendor that I have done business with in the past, and he gave us some great deals, which we hopefully middleman get up here and we can link up with him at a different time. But this guy was basically giving us some crazy deals. And I'm going to show y'all in a few some of the items that I picked up for the prices that he was letting us have it for.
So do
But
you
yeah, that's
feel
pretty much what's the layout of the thing. Only thing I didn't like was their false security, where you had, you know, 200-300 people waiting on the line to get through 20 lines, but only one line for the people that was purchasing tickets for that day. You know, and it's like basically if the buzzer go off, they check your bag and then they let you through. I mean, my thing as a security person, you know, background is that if the buzzer go off, it doesn't mean that the device is in your bag, you know. So it was
so do you feel
crazy.
like with so many people walking around, like you said? Now, I know when I was at a sneaker con, I was at a huge sneaker con one time, and it's harder to make deals because there's so many people there that the vendors are feeling like I'm gonna get what I want because there's so many people walking around.
Yep.
Eventually, I'm gonna get what I want from somebody because there's so many people. Do you feel that same way?
Yeah, for sure. That's
Yeah.
basically at one case in point was the middleman and myself. We was in one facility, one vendor location, and we was looking at some transformers. And I heard one guy, one bite. I don't know if he was a collector, but he was trying to have a sidebar with the owner that, you know, hey, you know, I want to get two of those. You know, what kind of price you can work with me? And the guy was like, you know, I'm going to be straight up with you. I can't make no deals on Saturday. You know,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I was like, you
Yeah.
know, it was just for us. We would have left that empty-handed as well if it wasn't for somebody I had already networked with in the past, because those guys was just not been there. It was like I said, it was too much money in the facility for them to you know go down on their prices.
Right.
You know, so but yeah, like I said, it was a lesson learned for that particular trip. When we go back again, it would definitely be a Sunday trip, and hopefully I'll get more items than I got this time. And you know, I wasn't upset because basically what it did was it left me more money in my pocket to buy more shoes at the Nike store.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw that. I saw that post too. The Nike store post. That was I
Yeah.
saw that one. Hey, Chris, you got any questions before we let Buffalo do his little show and tell?
No, they can go ahead.
All right, man. Go ahead. I'm gonna blow you up on the big screen, Buff, and go ahead and show us what you got. And you
All
know,
right.
I
So
mean, I don't know if you want to. I don't know if you want to really go through the deal you got on it, but at least show us what you got.
yeah.
You on the big dog?
I mean, some of the items I left the tag on it anyway, so you can kind of see what it was discounted from. The items I'm going to show you now, I picked out 4 items that I picked up from Toy Atlanta, which was the toy show before MegaCon the week before, and this is one of the items that I picked up. This is the Captain America from the first Captain America movie with the motorcycle here. Old school motorcycle. You can see the price tag on there is $90. The guy let me get it for $60, and you can look it up and see what it's going for. It's going for somewhere in the high hundreds. So this was one of the items that I picked up. This one here is the Marvel's Ghost Rider. I picked this item up. I think I paid. They had it listed for $50. I paid $30. And this item here, you sure if you watch my video from the last Toy Atlanta, I showed one of these, the Spider-Man in the green suit. And this item I sold it, I think around $140. I paid $30 at the show. So I was definitely looking for that one because I knew the return on investment was great. And I put the wrong Silver Surfer in the box. I got 2 of these. 2 different types, but this is one of the Silver Surfers that I picked up, and I picked up a one that's got a little more value than this one. So that was from Toy Atlanta, and I lost the memory card for that particular show. I'm still looking for it. So if I can find it, I will make a separate video for Toyland. If I can't, I'm just going to incorporate my finds into the MegaCon video. So this is
Did you
from
get the
MegaCon.
did you go to Toylanta on Sunday? Did you hit Sunday up on that
Yeah, I
one?
went on Sunday. Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. All shows I try to go on Sunday, but I wanted to work with my network partner over there and go on a Saturday. But but yeah, I normally go all shows on Sunday. This particular one right here, I picked up at MegaCon. You can see the price tag on it, $50. I paid $30. This item is in the high 80s. This is another MegaCon pickup. And this item right here, I just priced it today. It's like $80-something, lowest price. I paid $30 for this one as well. And this is another Ninja Turtle one I picked up versus Street Fighter. As you can see, the price $32 on there. He let me get it for $20. And this item right here paid for everything that I purchased. Well paid, overpaid for everything I purchased at MegaCon. This is the Titus Return Transformer.
Wow.
And
dope.
let me see. If you can see that price tag, I'm not sure if y'all can see it, but he got 200 on the box, and he let me get it for 125.
Man.
So this item right here, I think when I priced it, it's around $380, the lowest price, and the next price is about $425. So yeah, I got this for 125. So this was the big boy for that particular show.
Is that something you're gonna hold on to, or are you gonna try to get rid of it now?
Oh no, I'm gonna hold on to that.
Okay.
Yeah, that ain't
Yeah, like two of those.
yeah, that'll be on the team for a minute. I went to the Nike store, showed a couple photos of the purchases, and I just brought one pair of shoes over here to the house to show you all. This right here, some Air Forces. I paid $59. These go for $150-something.
So you went to the outlet store, right? Nike outlet
Yeah,
store?
it's a clearance, the clearance store, not the outlet.
Oh, the clearance store. Okay.
Yeah. And today I
Is that the one with the secret? Is that the one with the secret location?
No, it's Google, man. It ain't secret. It used to be a secret. It ain't no secret no more. Met up with my tour guy today, and he gave me a few of the NECAs. So I picked these up. I got 4 of those from him today. 3 different Halloween series and Predator. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I brought in today to show. But yeah, it was a good experience going down there to see all the people, seeing the different things that people are into. And I'm missing some. Maybe Middleman can remember some of the events that we saw there, because it was just so much stuff going on. But it was well organized how they had it set up. I mean, it wasn't no cluster. You know, you had like they had it set up in different rows. So you had your Funko anime area, then you had your comic book area for graded comic books, then you had your tattoo area, you had your toys, like what we looking for area, you had autograph area. I mean, it was just, man, that place was huge.
Yeah. Hey, Nashville Flippers, what's up, man? They want to know, are you done with Whatnot, Buff? You done with Whatnot?
Oh, no, I'm not done with Whatnot, man. I'm just trying to find stuff that I can sell on there without me giving it away.
Yeah, I got to take a break.
Dog,
Hey, I'm gonna shoot it. I'm gonna shoot over to you, Middleman. What was your experience like?
It was crowded like the mug in there. I'm talking about, it was like elbow to elbow, every bumper to bumper. My wife kept saying bumper to bumper.
Bumper to bumper.
Everybody just on you, just I went to a toy show before here in Lakeland, and I went on the first date, and I was able to pick up a lot of stuff. So I figured, the first day, um, a lot of the guys are there, and they don't want to be there on the second day. So I kind of told Buff that, but Buff found out that some of the vendors at the Atlanta had left that Saturday and not go on Sunday. So that's when he changed his schedule and go on Saturday with me. So when we went on Saturday, man, it was like you said, it was just everything, just some of everything. I was trying to make deals with vendors. Some of the prices was good, but it wasn't great. You know what I mean? It was like you could make $5 here, $10 there. But I was trying to haggle with a lot of them. They weren't hearing it. No, we going with the sticker that's on the items because it's just too many people. It just I understood, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, I get it, but it was a lot, you know what I mean? I've never been to a toy convention that big. I went to ASD before, and ASD was pretty huge too. But the toy that MegaCon, ASD don't have nothing on MegaCon. You know what I mean? And it's an experience that everybody, if you're a toy dealer or toy collector or reseller, you need to get out to these kind of events because there's a lot out there for you, and you will see a lot of things that you're not going to regularly see. I seen items I didn't know saw before. I didn't even know they were making like different kind of transformers, even dolls. What's that? Monster High doll. I seen that was like $150. Like what in the world? Yeah. You know what I mean? And it was just all kind of toys that you wouldn't really want to run into. But like
how much did it cost to get in? I want to know. I want to know the price. I mean, people need to know. Is it worth? Is it worth the price of admission and all? You got to put that in your budget. I know, but
well, look at here. Let me put it like this. It was $35 just to park.
Woo! Just a park.
Just a park. So $35 just to park. Then you get to the counter and you look online and they don't really give you the right number. So I got to the counter thinking it was $28 for the day. Boy, I was slapped in the face. They're like, no, for you and your wife is $130. That's $130.
What?
Yeah, yep.
To get in?
Just to get in.
Dang.
$130. So $65 a piece for me and her.
Yep.
Y'all didn't get no like MegaCon exclusive merch or anything for the price of admission?
If you had seen them, no, they weren't giving it. But they had a MegaCon Park area, but it was so many people there buying all of it. You weren't able to get to it. By the time you get to that line, all that was gone.
Yeah, another thing too, if you book early, you'll get some of that stuff automatic. And we didn't book early; we just went and paid the day of.
Right.
She said the only thing we got free was the black lantern. That was the cheapest thing.
The lantern just attached to your pass.
Oh man, just for a burger,
you might be able to get $10 on eBay for that. I don't know.
It might be. I might just sell the pass. It was $16 for just a burger. You know what I mean? So
I should have been down there slinging burgers, man. Woo!
Man, it was crazy, but they had to pay for what it was at the Civic Center. So it was all of that is expensive. Then they got the expensive Hilton beside it and all that like that. So the area they paying for, so it's going to come with a premium.
Was it Orlando, right? You were in Orlando.
It was in Orlando.
Yeah. International Drive.
Yeah. Where all the tours at.
Oh yeah, it's an expensive area.
So you got the MegaCon going on, and you got a whole bunch of tourists down at the same time, and they all trying to figure out what's going on.
Right.
Also, so they all flocking over there too, and then you have all these stars that was there signing autographs. You know what I mean? It was just so many people. What what's that guy from what he played on? Yeah, Zach was there, but I'm talking about what's the guy? They did that MILF show. What's his name? The chicken guy on that Breaking Bad. Y'all remember Breaking Bad? You don't know Breaking?
Oh, the bad guy, the black guy that was
Mr. Polo
on the chicken shop.
Yeah, he was on there. And he played a Star Wars too. You know, what was the name of Star Wars?
Yeah. What's his name? Omar or something like that, I think.
Yeah, he was there. Quite a bit of people that was there, man. It was just, you know, but we didn't go up there. They most likely was probably upstairs. You know what I mean? But we didn't go up there. So we was
and that was probably and you probably had to pay an additional cost just to get in the line to get those autographs too. So
yeah, you did.
You know, you paying $65 to get in, you probably paying another $50 just for having them sign something. So
those VIP, I think the VIP tickets were like $200 some.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's a piece. So
and they sold out.
They sold out quick.
Yeah.
They sold out quick. So, you know, that was an experience. You know what I mean? I'll do it again, but I won't do it on Saturday. That'll be my last time doing it on a Saturday. From now on, I'm going to listen to Buff. I'm going to meet up on Sunday. I'm going to take the rest of the week off.
Yeah.
And might have to meet him at the Nike place and go from there. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was a good experience. It was good to see him, his family. You know what I mean? Bridget, Trey. You know what I mean? We went somewhere to have a meal with those food trucks.
Right.
We went there to eat. And yeah, it was great. I had a good time. Had a real good time.
How was the food trucks, Buff? Were they as good as the Camel Caravan?
Oh no, no comparison.
No,
food was pretty good though, man. They had certain items that was okay, but ain't nothing compared to Hopkinsville, Kentucky though.
I'm sure the price, like you said, I'm sure the prices were astronomical down there.
Oh
too,
my
man.
Yeah, but they didn't. The thing was that food truck area. It wasn't by MegaCon. That was in a different location.
Oh, okay.
They didn't have any food trucks there. The food was on the inside of the spot. But I mean, for if you could set up in that space, I think it's well worth it because it was a lot of money to be made in that thing, man.
It was so many people, just so many people on the outside, on the inside. If they will allow it, if Orlando City will allow it, that'd be a perfect place to set up. Perfect place.
So do you have any you got any pickups? You want to do a show and tell, middleman? You got anything to show or no?
I listed all that stuff and put it in the store. I didn't even think about it.
Really?
Yeah, man. I sold like 2 or 3 of the items already.
Wow. Okay.
From the guy who Buff introduced me to. Man, he gave pretty good deals there. So I can imagine what the deals is when we meet up with him, man. Them deals, bro, I just couldn't believe it. I was like, okay, so he seriously want this stuff gone.
Man, that dude
he
loaded too, man. He's loaded. That's why he can move that stuff at that price, man. He loaded.
Yeah, it was.
So tell us about some of the stuff you got and what has sold, like what's hot selling right now. What'd you get when you're down there?
Well, I got I bought mostly of the Godzilla figures he had. You know what I mean? He had Godzilla figures that you see them, you pass by them, you never think they really worth anything. But what the price he had them at, you just couldn't lose. You know what I mean? I can show some stuff I bought off of Whatnot because I just got them in, but I wasn't even thinking about stopping at storage and grabbing any of that stuff I already listed from the MegaCon.
Yeah, show us your Whatnot hookup.
All right, it's right here in the big boy, right here. I was trying to do a buff buy because that dude had 2 of them. I'm kind of mad that I let that mug go.
What's that?
That Transformer.
Oh.
So I went and got this one off of Whatnot.
Oh, that's nice.
Woo, man. Jet wing.
He got a little shelfware. But
yeah.
I point that out. So if you look at him on Amazon, right? It's a $300 figure on Amazon.
Wow.
Guess how much I paid for it? You got to pay up for things like this. So I
How
paid
much does it go for? You said
$309. Look it up on Amazon.
okay.
Jet
And
was
you probably pay 125.
nope, $90.
Woo, man.
That's sweet.
Stuff like that, you got to pay up for stuff like that. So you know what I mean. It was a guy who wanted it gone, and I wanted to buy it. So, and he gave me a better price at this right here. I never seen this one before. Canon 4's iron hide and a shockwave.
Is this all from the same seller?
Yep.
How much was the shockwave?
I think that shockwave was. I want to say he gave me that for $30 because I bought that for $90. I think it was $30. I mean, let me verify that. I don't want to get no misinformation here. Shockwave was. Now, I've been buying this this afternoon. Well, he sold me the iHide and Shockwave for $75. So for this, the iHide and Shockwave was $75 together.
Wow.
So what's that? About $38 or something like that. $38.50 a piece. I mean not 38. 75. I'm going too far up.
Yeah,
$32.50 a piece.
I got one other thing. That's all. Is I wanted to show it last week if I could have got on the show to if I had connection and would have been able to give them the show. But I have several slabs over here. All this stuff right here. He's not gonna put me on the big screen.
Yeah, man, because I like looking at your backdrop, see if I something I need back there.
All this stuff right here in this box is full of slabs, and I got some more coming in. I don't want to show them right now. I'm going to do a video on it and just put them out on the video. But I just wanted to let you know that I do have a bunch of slabs that I've been buying, and I'm going to eventually put together some footage up for a new video and show that. I'll probably right after I do the MegaCon video.
Okay. Yeah, I got you. You want to do a surprise? You don't want to give us no surprise looks or nothing, no exclusive looks.
Yeah, I need you to come hit that like button and check it out then.
Yeah. Hey, so if you want a Buffalo Pickers 250,000 subscribers, man, you have to wait on that video.
I wish.
Hey, I want to give love to the chat real quick. You guys, man, you guys are awesome. You're always riding with us. I always see the same people. I appreciate the love. As always, Jennifer's amazing. Always sharing everybody's IG, sharing everybody's page. She's always sharing my restaurant page. All in one package. The Banana Pudding Queen, what's happening? Gulf Coast Pickers always here riding with us. Bartermania, what's good? Christopher Nutter, what's good? Appreciate you guys for hanging out on this Good Friday. So the thing about conventions, I want to talk a little bit deeper into. So most of these guys that are there selling their stuff, right? So they're resellers for the most part, right? This is their thing. They got all these toys on the cheap. They go set up a booth at the MegaCon and try to get their profits there. Same way with SneakerCon. Do you guys ever dig into like the business side of what they're doing? Try to score some sources or hookups, or just ask about the grind. How many shows a year do they do? Do you guys ever just conversate with these people and try to figure out, the business side of what they're doing?
Yeah.
Go ahead, middleman.
Yeah,
go ahead, middleman.
Yeah, you got to network with these guys, because if they see that you're a serious buyer, they're gonna want to talk to you anyway. It's like anybody. If anybody put out any money in front of you, you're selling something, you see that they're they're very serious about purchasing stuff from you, you're gonna try to get some information from them. But I don't just only do that with these shows. You got to do that when you go to any place and you're trying to purchase anything, like flea markets or even on Facebook Marketplace or whatever. Um, you should tell these people what you do and what you're looking for, because or ask them for a card or give them a card and do both. You know what I mean? You trying to network with them because you just never know. They might run across a deal and think of have you in their mind. You know, hey, this guy right here is a serious buyer, or she is a serious buyer, and I might need to get him a call. You know what I mean? This is what he or she likes, so I know if I present it to them, 9 times out of 10 they're gonna purchase it. But yeah, when you go there, you gotta network these guys. You gotta tell them, you know what I mean. 9 times out of 10 they're gonna strike a conversation up with you when you start doing a pile. You start piling that stuff up there, they're gonna be like, oh, okay. Well, you see this over here? Do you see this over here? What's your name? You know, they'll start talking to you, automatically start talking to them. Or what you do. You just be real. I sell online, and I sell in different marketplaces. A lot of these guys don't sell online, believe it or not. They would prefer to get their money in hand. You know what I mean? They don't want to go through the hassle of shipping and eBay and the fees and Amazon and all of that stuff like that. And they'll tell you they don't got time for that. You know, they just looking to offload product and get it going now. You know what I mean? Because a lot of those guys meet up together and they do trade. So they either got their items for, you can't say free because they are trading from another dealer, but they're getting a lot of other stuff at discounted prices because they know each other, they networking themselves. You know, so that's what it's about, networking. You know what I mean? And you can't be afraid to talk to these guys, because if they start asking you questions, start talking to them, don't lie to them. Just tell them straight up. Because like we all want somebody honest to us. You want to have a good business relationship with anybody. You know what I mean? Until it's not good.
Hey, so I just want to send a shout out to Chris Glass City. Wishing him well. Everybody in chat, throw him some love, some hearts, some well wishes. He's not feeling very well. I told him, hey man, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? So let's hope he feels better. He tried to grind it out with us. We love him. He's part of the family. But well wishes to you, brother. Hope you're feeling better. Buff, go ahead, man. What do you think? Networking with these guys at the shows, is it beneficial? Does it give you insight on different things you want to do with your own business, or give us the spiel, man? What's up?
Yeah, so definitely networking is a must. That's what I go there for. Secondly, the main thing is to get the deal, and from there I try to network based on what I see. And like Middleman say, a lot of those folks, they don't want to sell online. In the bigger the show is, the more you're gonna get the actually brick and mortar type person there. The smaller the show is, you're gonna get average sellers like us just setting up a booth and trying to move a few items. But at MegaCon, majority of the people that's setting up at those locations, they have a brick and mortar in some city where you can actually go to their physical location and buy. Now, we didn't get to do that at this particular show because, like I said, Saturday is definitely not a good time to go to those shows. The last day is the day, whether it's a big show or a small show. But you definitely want to network with those guys. And like Middleman say, I'm a big proponent of money talk. If they see you move, they see you buying, they're going to try to figure out, even if you're not talking, they're going to talk to you on, what else you're looking for. It's a difference of you going to a store and you buying one item compared to leaving out there with a cart. You leave out there with one item, you may not get no attention, but you leave out there with a cartload, you're going to get a whole lot of attention. And that's the same as going in and meeting these people and buying their products. They see you coming in buying 10 plus items. They're going to want to continue to keep you coming. So I use these shows to network with those vendors, try to build some type of business relationship with them. And for the most part, when they see that you spending money, they're gonna try to negotiate the price where both you and they are happy. And that's what I like about most of the people. Now you got the people in there that they are firm on their price and they'll go back home with the stuff. But those type people don't last long in those type shows. They'll be one and done, maybe two and done. But the people that dare to move stuff and trying to cut the deal, don't want you to leave without buying. Those people, you see them all the time at those shows. And I've been to several shows, which I'm going to another one in June called Joe Lana, although it's in Augusta, Georgia, but it's a GI Joe show, and I mean they have a lot of GI Joe figures, all kind of stuff. But um, through and another thing I can say is once you network with one person, they'll put you in line with other vendors, so that it's just like I don't know if Middleman heard the guy, my guy down that was at the MegaCon, but he was trying to introduce me into another guy, and it's just time didn't allow us to meet up because we didn't want people that was waiting on us to continue to wait, so we had to leave. But that's another thing when they see that you're a buyer, they trying to put you into the network, not just networking with them, but to multiple people. So that's a good thing as well. So like Middleman say, these are type shows you want to go to. If you into toys or comics, you want to go to these shows because you thinking, oh, I go to the clearance at Walmart and I got a good deal, or Target and I'm getting a good deal. No, you go to these shows, you're gonna get a better deal. You're gonna get a better deal on things of more value than what you finding at Walmart, or even if you can even find it in a big box store. Cause like Middleman was saying, and I agree, it was toys there that we haven't even seen on the market, or we haven't seen on the market in years. And we were scanning some of that stuff, and the price was like extremely high on the platforms that all of us sell on. So is it definitely a advantage for a reseller to spend a little money and attend these shows, whether it's local or the big shows like MegaCon and Comic Con, those big shows like that. And for where I live here in Atlanta, a lot of shows come to this time. Comic Con will be here in August, September, which I will be going to that one, God's will, and trying to network there as well.
Yeah, I think the big takeaway from that, Buff, is if you present yourself as like a serious buyer, right? You don't want to be that recreational buyer, right? You're just a fan. You're there looking for one particular figure. You don't want to spend more than $20. You're not going to get really the same hookup or treatment as, okay, I might sell this guy and take a loss. I might take a loss on something with this guy, but in the long run, he's going to spend way more money than anybody else. You know what I'm saying? They know, if I can give this guy the right price, he's going to buy multiple quantities, and we're going to build a relationship, over time where he's just going to continually buy from me. He's going to be a repeat customer of sorts, right? So you want to make yourself known as, hey, I'm here to spend some cash. What you got? The other thing I want to talk about was, I know a lot of things we talk about and some of the things you guys show, for the beginning reseller that may watch this show on YouTube or whatever, they'll take a risk on a Walmart clearance item. They might buy something for $5 and take a shot hoping to sell it for 15. But a lot of times we're buying things that are $90, $100, hoping to sell it for 300, right? So talk about that risk a little bit. That's a lot more money than a lot of people are willing to spend. Like, I don't want to, taking a chance on a $90 toy. When it shows, it shows steady sales of $300 range. You're getting a chance to get one for 90. What's your thought process like from beginner, intermediate to the level you're at now, to where you start spending more to make more? Like, how does that process work? Middleman, go first.
Um, it when I look at higher item um, products, it got to have, first of all, it can't have too many people on it. With 9 times out of 10, it don't, because a lot of people ain't gonna spend $90 to and make 300, but they're not even gonna look twice at something like that. We saw that at MegaCon. If you go to certain stores, you can find things like that. That's higher value that you purchase, but going to be higher profit. Um, I learned that when I first got in this game. Like I said, I started off on the other side, not retail arbitrage, but private label. And with private label, you got to spend more money, but you're gonna make more profit. You see, and when it comes to items like that, just like there's a question, thrift and flip. So what's your process? Do you see what prices are first, or just ask them straight up, or is the merchandise marked already? 9 times out of 10, they'll have a price on it, but if they don't, we'll just ask them. And if their price, we scan, Buff scans everything. If my phone was working, I scan everything. Um, we look at the price, we see how much it's going for online. We find out what's the highest value of it, what you're going to get the most out of it, and what you need to have it at, what price point you need it at in order to make a good profit. If they can't meet that price point, it's up to you to say, okay, um, well, I'll walk away, or if I bundle some stuff, because usually when you're bundling, they'll bring the price down a little, but you got to at least bundle two or three things. So when it comes to buying higher items, I tend to try to find something else to throw them off, because a lot of times they don't want to budge on the higher price item because they want what they want for it. You know what I mean? But you got to, when you bundle something with it and you're willing to pay a little bit of a premium for it, but you see the ceiling is high, why not take that chance? Especially if you got a good sell through rate. You know what I mean? You got to look at the sell through rate on everything. And being that we sell on three different platforms, or three, four different platforms, it helps to scan them on each one of them to see where you're going to get your most value out. And that's what makes that's when I make my decision of if I'm going to purchase the item or not. Because if they all selling low, if I buy it high, say if I pay $90 for that, right? I paid $90 for it. If the highest platform is just $110, I won't purchase that.
Right.
So when I look at the platforms, and one's 200 and one's 300, and one's 140 or something like that, I'm like, okay, so well, this got enough of value. I'm gonna buy it, because if I don't get the 300 for it, I see another platform selling for 200. I'm still gonna make a good profit. You
Right.
know what I mean? So, and if the floor is $150, you know what do I got to lose? But I know it's going to sell because of each one of those platforms. It shows that it sells. You see
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
think
saying?
that's see what you said. What you said right there is very, very important, right? So too many resellers look at the ceiling of everything, right? Oh, one of these had sold for at one point in time for this.
Mhm.
Well, you don't know what was going on at that point in time. What you need to really look at is what is the floor on this item. What's the lowest I'm going to possibly get? And then try to hit somewhere in the middle. And that should determine whether you buy something or not for profit. So what do you think, Buff? What do you think when it comes to that? I think everybody has that that uneasy point when it comes to spending money on something, to where it's come is it more of a gamble? Is it a calculated risk? Is it like, how do you make your decisions on buying more expensive one-off items?
Well, anytime you buying a high ticket item, and this just the process that I go by, it's always gonna be a calculated risk. You cannot gamble when you buying a high ticket item, because you are talking about taking so much money out of your budget to buy an item that may not even sell for what you paid for it. So it's always calculated. I don't I don't touch high ticket items unless it's two things going on. The supply and demand is there, and there's not a lot of people on that particular listing. And when I say not a lot, I'm talking about no more than single digits, like 5, will make me move. Like this particular item I showed earlier, the transformer. It's 2 people on the listings. The lowest price is 3 something, the highest price is 4 something, and I paid $125. So that was a calculated risk. I went in and I seen how many people is actually trying to sell this item. And then I went across the platforms to see, what are the going prices for it. If it was anywhere close to the price that he was trying to sell it to me, it would still be on his shelf. So you definitely don't want to take no gamble with high ticket items because it can set you back. Some people can put them out of business for a while. So that's basically the process that I use. I look at the supply and demand. If it's not that many out there, and it's not that many, if it's not that many out there, then I'm going to look at what it's going for, the high and the low, and then I'm going to make a decision whether or not I'm going to buy.
So here's the other thing. You guys both mentioned this. I want to make sure the chat knows too. Don't think of it as disrespectful to pull your phone out and scan it and do your own research while you're there talking to them, because you are the consumer, right? You are in potential of buying this item from them. You want to make the best decision possible as the consumer. It's your right to take your time to make that decision. They want you to buy it. Do what you got to do to come to the decision whether you're going to buy it or not. It's not disrespectful, to pull your phone out and scan the barcode and start doing your research. It's fine. That's what you're the consumer. You have every right to do that. So don't worry about that. Glamour's Closet saying, how often do you take calculated risk in a year? I say a lot for Buffalo. I know a lot for Buffalo.
I take it every time I make a purchase.
Yeah.
Now, do you think? So here's another thing that I hear other people say this. I think it is a little disrespectful, but I want to get your take on it. Again, I'll use like the sneaker con example. I'll see someone selling a pair of shoes for $250. Okay, so that's the going market for that shoe. I'm tracking. I know the market. I know he's got his price set with the market, $250. I also know that he paid $120 for those shoes. I know what he paid. I know what he got them for. Now, do you ever use that tactic where you're like, hey, dude, I know you only paid $120 for these?
No.
Is that disrespectful to do that to a seller?
Disrespectful. Yeah. My approach on that is, if I know how much that person paid for that item, my approach would be, let's come to a price where we both can make money.
Right.
Not try to come in and say you're $250, you selling it for $250, but I know you got it for $100. Once I make the statement of let's sell it to me where we both can make money, then he already I know he got it for a cheaper price than $250. Right. It may not be $100, but it's somewhere there in between. So he may come down off of $250 and say, okay, well, we can go $220, and then I'll say $200. I may be able to walk away with those shoes for $200 with a $50 margin, maybe.
And then he still made his $80,
and he still made his money, exactly. So I don't go in there and knock them for their price, because it's just like us. When somebody hits you up on whatever platform you saying that, hey, I saw these in the store for $10. Why are you selling them for $25?
Yeah.
Another thing too, man, before we get away from that other talking point, is what you got to understand too about a high ticket item is that it's gonna put you in a different level. Then it's gonna separate you from other resellers too. So keep that in mind. Yeah, you want to make calculated risk, but also if you can afford the high ticket item, it's gonna be a whole bunch of resellers that won't even attempt to go in that deep water with you. So That sometimes plays a role on whether or not I'm going to make a purchase for an item that's $50 or $100, depending on, like I said, how many people are out there. It may not be 100. It may not be, but a couple of people swimming in the ocean because everybody else scared to jump out there. So,
yep. Because a lot of times they're not going to spend. I think a lot of people cut off is probably $30. Anywhere other above that, people start looking at it twice. Like, I don't know if I want to spend 40 or 50 for an item, even though the profit be 100. That's not. They look at, okay, if I spend 50 and it's $100, I'm not gonna make that. For them, it's got to be spending 50 and make 200, which come on, that's not. Come on, it happens here and there. It's not gonna always happen like that. And that item there ain't gonna always happen like that.
Well, they start thinking negative. They're like, okay, but what if it doesn't sell? Oh, what if it doesn't sell? Like, you got to stop that negative thinking. You know what I mean? If it's a good deal, it's a good deal. I mean, you scoop it up. Like, even when I see a lot of people with, oh, my death pile's getting so big, I got to stop looking for deals. I got to stop shopping. Like, that should never stop, dude. That should never stop. Never pass up on a deal. It don't matter how many warehouses and storage units and stuff you got piled up. A deal is a deal. You got to take it when you can. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't come around very often. They don't. They really don't.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be on a buying freeze, and I just purchased more stuff.
Yeah, I mean, a deal's a deal. I cannot pass up on a deal. It's not in my DNA.
Here.
It's not in my DNA to pass up on a good deal.
So you keep saying that, but you keep buying. I know, but it's talking about stay off the website.
It's hard to walk away from them deals, man.
It's hard because hey, I might not get to it. You might not get to it now, but when you get to it, it's not going to lose any value. It's not like, the lime flavored lifesavers that you got to get that, they're going to be hot for a week and you got to sell out of them before they drop back. No, it's not like the stuff we sell. You know what I mean? It's not going to lose a lot of value. You might not get to it for a year. It's still going to be worth what it's worth. You know what I'm saying? So.
Hey, but remember that guy we ran into who was looking up stuff on eBay?
Oh yeah.
Joe's.
And I told Chris about that guy.
Yeah, we didn't want to offend the guy because he had a whole bunch of G.I. Joes, right?
Yeah.
And we walked into his booth and was like, how much are your G.I. Joes? Normally, people will say anywhere between between $15 and $20, you know what I mean, for the G.I. Joes. He said, hold on. And I looked at Buff. I said, what you doing, looking it up on eBay? He said, yeah, none of them are the same price. I said, oh, Lord. Here we go. Here we go. He was just looking them up. What he said that figure was for, like $40 or something like that?
Yeah, $40. But, I seen that, he was getting a little hot because he done ran into 2 pro resellers. And we pretty much know exactly what he was doing, and he getting offended. So I just had to let that dude know that we're not trying to disrespect him. That's your stuff.
Yeah.
So being middleman moved on to the next vendor.
Yeah, because he was getting mad.
Hey, I've been to yard sales where they have the eBay printout taped to the table next to the item. I've been to yard sales like that, man. So. Hey, like you said, it's your stuff, man. You got some stuff I want. It's your stuff. Let's make a deal. Let's meet in the middle. I got you.
You don't want to offend nobody like that. You know what I mean?
No.
Your price is your price. You know what I mean? We can't tell you what to sell your items at, but we know you can't sit here and look up every item every time somebody asks you about the items, man. That's just that's a long day unless you have.
It's just being unorganized. That's all that is. Just unorganized,
And I was looking at some of those items. They're like they wasn't real.
Yeah, really?
Yes. They didn't look right to me.
Huh?
I told Buff that when we walked out. I said they didn't look right to me.
It's definitely possible. So let's we've been on an hour already. Let's go around the room. Just give your overall assessment, from a reseller's perspective on going to these conventions, what's your game plan, number one strategy for someone who wants to try it out, who's never been to one. Because like Buff said, Middleman said, if you live near a major city, these things are rolling through town pretty often. Pretty often you're gonna have one in your area, or not too far away from where you are. Um, it is a great, for me, it's a great sourcing opportunity. But even better than that, I love talking to the vendors, man. I love talking to the people because they do pretty much what we do. It's the same type of business, Either they source goods, they find goods, they got connections, and some of them even have their own goods. They make their own custom T-shirts, like whatever it is. It's all pretty much small business owners, that had a dream. They quit a day job. They were doing something else. They got into this. Now they're doing 20 shows a year. They're having a good time. They're full of life or whatever. It's just good to talk to people, and get their perspective on everything. But let's just go through going to a convention, a game plan for a reseller mindset. What you got, middleman?
First of all, go prepared. Get your tickets early. Make sure you have everything done before you get there, because it's going to make a heck of a difference. You don't want to be stuck in lines before the convention and spending on additional fees and money on stuff you don't need. But when you get there, um, they some of them have maps in which you can pick up and you can see and map out where you want to go, and look at the map, plan how you're going to attack it. But the one thing I learned from the big conventions, like Buff said, Saturday might not, the first 2 days might not be the best days to go. You know what I mean? The last day should probably be the best day, because these vendors got to pack up, and there's a lot of them guys. Well, I was hearing don't want to put that stuff back up. They want to keep hauling it to the toy store. I mean, toy show to toy show. Um, just make sure you have enough of money. Don't get offended if they don't give you the price you want. Just walk around, because there's a lot of people got the same items. That's one thing I learned. A lot of people got the same items. If he don't give you a deal, the other guy give you a deal, or work around it. But just don't get offended. Don't have no thin skin, and just keep trying, keep networking with them. Talk to them. Let them know what you're doing. You
Right.
got just do what you can to make this deal. And if he see that you're buying, he'll loosen up some, and he probably give you better deals.
Yep.
That's all they were doing for us. When they see you buying, they're gonna give you better deals.
Go ahead, Bo.
Yeah. I wanted to address one question before I got going. I see that Middleman touched on it. Thrift and Flips was talking about the process to see what the price is, or you just act straight up. When you go to those type shows, if that's what you were speaking of, you always want to go to the guy that got his prices on the product. The people that don't have the prices on the product, they're gonna try to finagle you on different prices, just like Middleman mentioned about the guy with the GI Joes. They don't know what they want to sell the item for, but they do know they want to sell it high. So always go to the guys that have taken time out to put their prices on their product, because those prices are their wish prices, but they can be talked down. And that's a good baseline for you to work from, knowing that they got $40 on the item, and it's a possibility you can talk them down to 20. And you definitely want to let them know that you're interested in more than one item, so that they'll be more willing to go down on the price, get it into a price point that you comfortable paying. Most of the things that Middleman said, I agree with. You definitely got to have the cash flow, right? This is not a place that you want to go with an ATM card or credit card. These guys like cash.
Yeah.
You're going to get a better deal if you got cash, because they're not these guys are jumping from shows to shows, and they're not trying to keep up with the tax man and their inventory. They trying to get that hard cold cash and move on. So you can probably get more deals worked that way with money in hand. Other thing is work the room. Uh, all of us accustomed to somebody telling us no. So don't take it personal. This is all business. If they tell you no on a deal, work the room and see what you can find at other spots. And come back around. That person may have some second thoughts and say, you know what, that was a pretty good price. It's $5 or $10 more than what I paid for it, and now I do it. So don't get into your feelings when you're trying to work these deals. And like I said, work the room, go around to all the vendors. Some places that you may take first glance at and say, oh, they ain't got nothing I'm interested in. But then when you take a closer look, you find out they got a whole box of items that you're interested in. So, do a great scan of the room, talk to people. Even if you wasn't able to make a deal with them this year, you come back next year, they'll remember you and you may be able to work a deal. So ain't none of this stuff personal. It's all business. And go there with a business mindset in a friendly energy. Don't go there with negative energy. Go there with friendly, positive energy when you're dealing with these people. They don't know you. You don't know them. Try to work a deal. If it doesn't work out, shake their hand or give them a pound or whatever. Pass a card to them or ask them for a card. It's all about building it up. It ain't about that because you took the first shot and missed, you ain't going to take another shot. Basketball, pro ball players don't do that. So remember that when you're out there as well. And before I get off here, I just want to show this item here. I forgot to show it. This is Skeletor. This is a collectible item. Can I get blowed up, my boy?
Nah, hey, because you trying to shout me out. We don't need all that shout now.
Blow me up, man. Blow me up, bro.
I got you.
Yeah, so this is an item that I got from Chef Mess Hall Diggs when I attended his restaurant up in Hopkinsville. And if you haven't went, make sure you put it on your things to do. You will not be disappointed. The food is excellent. It's nothing like going to a place and you got two chefs in the place cooking your food. So yeah, he gave me this, and we always kind of pass off items to each other, but this was definitely an item that I'm going to put on the shelf, and it's a keeper. So just want to give a shout out to the chef. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, man. Hey. Yeah, that's the fun thing about what we do. We're all kind of in the same business. You know what I mean? So if I come across a good deal, I'm gonna try to get one for me and one for Buff. You know what I mean? I try to look out for everybody. I found something for Middleman one time. I sent it to Middleman. It's just we all kind of the same business. We do the same thing, and nothing feels better than just giving your brothers, your family, something that you got a good deal on. It's just good times, man. And they appreciate it. That's the best thing. They're gonna appreciate it. But when you're at these conventions, man, the people in these vendors, a lot of these people, they're entrepreneurs, they're small business owners, a lot of them, and for them, they might have invested, everything into what they're doing. For them, it's sink or swim. They're grinders. Entrepreneurs, small business owners, they're built different than a lot of people that and these are the kind of people you just want to pick their brain. You want to get to know what's in the, why did you quit the law firm and decide to sell GI Joes for a living? Like they're just built different. They're driven, they're motivated. And the last thing that they want to do is leave that show with the U-Haul trailer of stuff that they came there with. You know what I mean? They don't want to do that. They don't want to load back up. That's the thing they don't want to do. So keep that in mind. That's why, Buff keeps saying go on a Sunday because they don't want to load back up. So they're there to get rid of the stuff, and then they're trying to get on to the next show, but they're really great people, man. They're interesting people. Pick their brains, they do what we do. So
Yeah.
Any last words, middleman, before we sign out?
Everybody be safe. Y'all have a great weekend. Keep trying to get those deals out there. We just when we talk about what we do, it's just what we do. However you come up with your own
My
strategy,
views.
how you do your reselling business. Come up with your own plans. Everybody know what they want, what they can afford, what they can withstand. Just stick what you know, and if you can't implement anything that you learn from us, or you got you got any questions, reach out to any of us, and if we got the answer, we'll give it to you. If we don't, we'll find out.
That's
Just
right.
everybody be safe, and hope to see y'all next week. And thank y'all for coming out. God bless you.
Hey, Buff, when can we see this video? You working the video now for the trip?
Probably gonna have it ready for Monday or Tuesday. I
You
got
gonna
to
put
get
it?
over to the warehouse. I'm still trying to sort out some stuff. We got an inventory issue with the transformer, so I'm trying to sort that out because I want to have everything straight for when the movie come out.
Right. Yeah.
But definitely, hopefully by Monday or Tuesday, I have that video together.
All right. You got any last words of wisdom before we sign off?
No, just as resellers out there, know your limitations. Don't compare yourself to other people. You know what you got and can control, and stay in your lane. Stay in your lane, and you'll be all right.
That's right. Hey, happy Good Friday. Happy Easter to everybody out there. Be safe this weekend. And like I always say, hold your loved ones close. You know what I'm saying? Hold them close. And happy hunting out there. Yard sale season has kicked off here in Tennessee where I'm at, so I'm excited for sure about yard sale season. Still in my mind, the number one place to source. If you sell used goods like I do on eBay, yard sales are the place to go. Thanks everyone that came in. I know Bearded Thrift came in a little late. Uh, Happy Easter to you, brother. Hope you're doing well. Everyone else, Jennifer, thanks for continuously dropping everybody's links in the chat. Glamas, hope you're having fun with the grandkids. I think you said you was out painting eggs and doing all that Easter egg stuff. Hey, just stay motivated, stay grinding. Reselling is not dead. I promise you that. Just find a different route, find a different strategy. And we'll see you on the next show. See ya.